Now, it's time for Sunday Night with Matty Johns, brought to you by McDonald's.
Welcome to the show, everyone. Hope you're having a good Sunday night. Get the applause going for Fletch and Heine. And two Cowboys superstars, Reese Robson, Scotty Drinkwater. Hey, Drinky, congratulations, mate. Father again through the week, huh? Or last week?
Yeah. Thank you.
How's mum and daughter going?
They're going good. Busy time at home. 2 under 2 now, so yeah, flat biscuit now.
Yeah, it's the way it is, mate.
Two girls too.
Now, yeah.
You got 3 girls.
Oh, 3 girls, yes.
Yeah.
Light of my life.
They just went out and bought a new dog for the
Went
family.
and bought a dog worth $5,000, and
What?
Yeah, it's not even a greyhound.
Hey, Reese, congratulations last couple of years, mate. State of Origin, the football, been fantastic. Good on you, mate. Thanks, appreciate it. Yeah, good on you. Now, we'll get into the show in a second across back to the stadium, have a yarn to Bronson Xerri from the Dogs. Hey, Bronson, congratulations, mate. Matty Johns here. There he is. Hey, Bronson, well done, mate. 5 in a row.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, that was a tough win, but 5 in a row, that's something to be proud of, and it's good to go into the bye with 5 in a row and look forward to the season ahead.
Hey, Bronson, congratulations, mate, on the win. You look a bit quicker this year. Are you still going down to see Roger Fabry down there at his academy?
Yeah, whenever I get the chance, bro, I try and go see him. Obviously, he's the best in the business, but I've lost a couple of kilos and I'm feeling a bit light this year, so it's good.
Bronson, Tiny, well done on another win, mate. 5 in a row, congratulations. Look, I know everyone wants to talk about rugby league, but we're a different show here. You've got the bye next week. Is it true you're travelling over to Turkey?
I knew this was coming.
Just what I heard. That's all I heard.
Mate, if I had the time, I'd go there in a heartbeat, but looks like I got to wear this receding hairline for the rest of the year.
Yeah. Look good, mate. Look good.
Don't worry, mate. I know what it feels like. I'll get a trip for 2. We're going to discount, Bronson. Hey, Bronson, congratulations, mate, on your return to the game. You were fantastic last year and great again this year, mate. All the very best the rest of the season, mate.
Thanks, boys. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Going good. Tell you what, Reese, he must be a handful to play against.
Oh, definitely, mate. Yeah, you got someone like that with the speed and footwork he's got out of the back end. Yeah, it's definitely not the hooker's nightmare. So, yeah, not easy to handle someone like that.
Hey, boys, that's a strong win. 20-0. Mate, that opening set, like they're winning, they're dictating the terms of the contest. That was like their rushing defence. It was a game you'd look at and you'd say, it wasn't an ugly game, wasn't free. It was exactly the type of game the Dogs want to play.
Yeah, they were very physical early on. We were sitting out the back there in the green room watching this thing, and that first set, they were brutal in defence, but they didn't change that through the whole course of the game. And to keep the side like Knights to nil, with players like Kalen Ponga in there, I think they'll take a lot out of that, and they'll lift again from that, even though they've got the bye this week. But to keep a side to nil in the NRL is a massive achievement.
To go 5, then you've got the bye, Fletch. It's a great start to the season.
Yeah, they're humming along, aren't they? It was their goal line defence. They just control the ruck so well. Obviously, the coach Serrato's come from Penrith, so there's a lot of similarities to Penrith in the way they attack or defend from the inside. And they're just getting better and better every week. And it's hard to. What are they going to be like in a month when they get Kickow and Burton back? Who are their gun of that left side? They're just going. They're a massive chance of taking out this premiership.
They're nice and tight in the middle. Yeah. I think we've seen a few teams over the last couple of weeks around that post area there that are a bit loose. Well, that's leaking a few easy tries, but the Dogs seem to. Yeah. They like to compress a little bit harder and back themselves to.
It's funny when you look at the great defensive side. You talk about the Dogs of War in the '80s, but they were a big, strong pack of forwards. These blokes are every bit as physical. But they're very different. They're a smaller pack. Like, if you go in with a big pack these days in the modern game and the speed of the rucks, you're going to get blown away. But this is, I think, almost the prototype of a forward pack. Just shorter, fast-moving. Everyone's got a bit of speed and footwork and use the football a little bit. They just
remember like 2 or 3 years ago when they signed all those utilities and everyone was saying, they're going to be too small. But obviously Gus knew what he was doing. So they are very mobile.
Yeah, no, they certainly are. Hey, just on a quick note, got to say this. Shattering news today for rugby league fans, particularly fans of the Manly Seagulls and the Newcastle Knights, with Malcolm Reilly, who's legend of the game and did so much for both clubs. He's been diagnosed with cancer of the spinal cord. Mal's in hospital. He always keeps up with the football here, watches the show. Mal, we send out our regards, mate. I'll tell you something. If ever there was a person who could beat this, he's the bloke. When you talk about mental toughness, the people I've met in my life, Malcolm Reilly's first, second and third. So, Malcolm, we're thinking of you, mate. Now, early today, Melbourne Storm 48 over Manly 24, a drinky. You know, you played with these guys, and you know when this spine gets going, Munster Hughes, Paps, Harry Grant, just you can't stop them.
Oh, it's hard, especially being the defensive organiser. The indicators are everywhere. You know, you can't overload one side of the field, thinking that the ball majority goes to that playmaker, because then the other playmaker steps up and takes the ball. So, when they smell blood in the water, they just keep it there and they go all out for it.
I tell you what, Fletch, there was. Mate, at one point, it looked like they were going to hit 60, at least. Like Manly late in the game has saved face. They scored 3 of the last tries, which, brought it back. It could have been a really devastating loss.
Yeah, probably the worst thing for Manly was Melbourne getting beat last week by the Dragons.
Yeah.
Because they came out and just showed... They're the Premiership favourites for a reason. I'd hate to be an edge defender when you've got both back row. Those back rowers, they'll run a decoy, but... it looks like they're going to get the ball. Like you see some teams when they're going to run a decoy and they just jog through. But every time these blokes are alive, it must just be as an edge defender, it would just be a nightmare.
Oh yeah, yeah. Just the amount of numbers that come at you, like Reese. You can only imagine when the eyes are rolling the back of your head and you're tired, and they're just coming at you right through that middle. What a handful.
Yeah, definitely, mate. And they got the likes of Stefano there this year too, really starting to hit his straps. So, it's not fun when they're coming at you with that speed.
And mate, Green Anderson, like an example of a bloke who was playing for the Central Charlestown Butcher Boys a few years ago in the Newcastle competition. Now he's coming out and scoring 3.
That's what Craig Bellamy does. It's what he's been doing down there for years and years, where he can find a player, he knows what he's looking for in a player, he moulds them, he changes them into what he knows they can be as a player, and they start producing as NRL players. So he knows what he's doing down there, but they came ready to play Melbourne. And Manly, this has been a bit of their story of their season, really. They'll go good for a week, then they'll slacken off for a little bit, they'll go good again. So
hard to fall in love with.
At the moment, trying to find consistency for Manly.
Yeah, no, they're very inconsistent.